Hey, Cowboys Nation! Today we are diving deep into everything surrounding the Dallas Cowboys, examining the roster moves, player performances, and decisions that are shaping the trajectory of America's team this season. It has been an eventful period for the franchise, and there are multiple stories unfolding that every fan should keep on their radar. One of the most talked about topics this week revolves around wide receiver George Pickens. He has been under scrutiny recently, but the support he has received from the team's leadership has been significant. The franchise's backing emphasizes not only his ability to make plays, but also his impact on the overall offensive system. Pickens' competitiveness, reliable hands, and presence in critical situations are qualities that define him as a player who can be a difference maker on the field. The chemistry he shares with the quarterback has also been highlighted, with both practice sessions and in-game scenarios showing a level of synchronization that can elevate the team's offensive output. The relationship between Pickens and Dak Prescott is one that the Cowboys are clearly nurturing, knowing that continuity in this partnership can translate to consistent performance and explosive plays that can change the course of games, while endorsements and public support always create conversation around contracts and future earnings. The more pressing story lies in the strategic fit of the player within the offense. Hypothetical contract figures often make the rounds in discussions, but the real focus is on how Pickens integrates into the game plan, how he responds to coverage, and how he performs under pressure against elite defensive schemes. The Cowboys system is designed to maximize the strengths of its key players, and Pickens is a prime example of a receiver who benefits from understanding his role and executing it with precision. His route running, situational awareness, and ability to adjust on the fly allow Prescott to make the most of each snap. Observers who look closely see that his presence is not just about raw numbers on a stat sheet, but also about how he opens opportunities for other teammates, forcing defenses to respect his capabilities and, in turn, creating space for the running game and other receiving options. The subtleties of his contributions often go unnoticed by casual viewers, but they are integral to the structure and efficiency of the Cowboys' offense. In addition to offensive discussions, injury management has become a central topic for the team. Tight end Jake Ferguson's recent calf injury has led to cautious adjustments in practice participation, reflecting the delicate balance the coaching staff must maintain to keep players healthy while preparing for upcoming matchups. Calf injuries, though not always immediately severe, carry the risk of escalating into more significant complications if mismanaged, and the Cowboys' medical and coaching staff are approaching this situation with a careful, step-by-step rehabilitation plan. The rotation of players in Ferguson's absence illustrates the depth and versatility of the roster, as Luke Schoonmaker and Revin Spencer-Ford are expected to carry increased responsibilities, with Princeton Fant also entering the conversation as a potential contributor in critical game situations. The strategic management of injuries, substitutions, and practice repetitions demonstrates how every decision has ripple effects across the team, affecting timing, chemistry, and execution during live gameplay. This kind of forward-thinking approach allows the Cowboys to maintain competitive performance even when faced with setbacks, highlighting the organization's ability to adapt and strategize under evolving conditions. Turning attention to the defensive side, debates around linebacker rotations are heating up, particularly between Kenneth Murray and Logan Wilson. Murray's athleticism, speed, and explosive movement on the field make him a player capable of dominating certain situations, yet consistency and situational awareness remain areas of focus. Wilson, on the other hand, demonstrates exceptional football IQ, positioning, and anticipation, often appearing in the right spot at the right moment. This dynamic creates an ongoing dialogue about the balance between raw athletic talent and instinctual understanding of the game. Coaching decisions in this area are crucial, as snap counts, rotations, and situational assignments must be carefully calibrated to maintain defensive efficiency while fostering the development of emerging talent. The choices made in managing these players reflect both short-term strategic priorities and long-term development goals, with the ultimate aim of sustaining a defense that can perform at a high level throughout the season. Fans are observing closely, analyzing each decision and debating the merits of speed versus awareness, raw talent versus intelligence. As the team navigates these key positional challenges, the discussion extends beyond players to the coaching staff and the broader strategic framework of the organization. Non-play calling coordinator Clayton Adams has been making significant contributions showing a level of expertise and insight that has drawn attention league-wide, while he has not yet assumed lead play-calling responsibilities. His influence on offensive execution and line coordination has been meaningful. The attention he is receiving from outside organizations underscores the value of effective coaching and the impact it has on team performance. Similarly, defensive line coach Aaron White-Cotton has emerged as a highly regarded figure, known for shaping aggressive, disciplined defensive fronts that can disrupt both the passing and running games of opponents. His potential for career advancement is notable, reflecting both his abilities and the league's recognition of talent cultivation within the coaching ranks. Quarterback coach Steve Shimko remains an integral piece of the staff, particularly for his role in developing player relationships and providing continuity across offensive systems. The movement and potential departures of coaching staff members are closely monitored because they influence not only day-to-day preparation, but also the broader strategic identity of the team. Decisions regarding retention, promotion, or replacement are made with an eye toward sustaining performance and maintaining the stability necessary for long-term success. Within the context of the NFL at large, league developments continue to influence how the Cowboys approach their schedule and strategic planning. The Raiders' quarterback situation, for instance, has implications beyond just their own team, affecting divisional matchups and preparation strategies across the league. With Kenny Pickett expected to start against the Eagles, the unpredictability of these matchups underscores the fluid nature of football, where each player's readiness and performance can shift the balance of a game. These external storylines provide context for evaluating the Cowboys' own roster decisions, performance standards, and the adjustments necessary to remain competitive in a league as interconnected as the NFL. The performance of one team or individual often has ripple effects that inform scouting, game planning, and roster management decisions across multiple franchises, including Dallas. The narrative of the Cowboys also encompasses the management of contracts, endorsements, and player expectations. Public support for key players like Pickens carries both strategic and symbolic significance, signaling organizational priorities and emphasizing the team's commitment to developing talent, while balancing long-term financial planning. The interplay between immediate performance, injury management, and contractual considerations reflects the intricate balancing act that franchises must navigate to maintain continuity, competitiveness, and depth across every position group. Fans are engaged not only by the on-field outcomes, but by the layers of planning, decision-making, and evaluation that occur behind the scenes. Understanding this complexity allows supporters to appreciate the broader picture of what it takes to run a successful team in the NFL, where every snap, substitution, and strategic adjustment is part of a larger system designed to maximize talent, adapt to challenges, and pursue consistent excellence. As the season progresses, it becomes increasingly clear that the story of the Dallas Cowboys is not simply a collection of games or statistics, but a living, evolving narrative shaped by player development, coaching strategy, and organizational planning. The connections between quarterback and receiver, the rotations on defense, the influence of coaches, and the handling of injuries all contribute to a dynamic ecosystem where every element matters. Fans witness not only the highlights and memorable plays, but also the subtle adjustments, repetitions, and strategic decisions that underpin each game. The interplay of talent, strategy, and adaptability defines the character of the team and offers insight into how one of the NFL's most storied franchises navigates the complexities of a demanding season. From roster management to coaching continuity, from player growth to in-game execution, every factor contributes to the intricate story of Dallas Cowboys football, giving fans a deeper understanding of the precision, preparation, and commitment required to compete at the highest level. As we dive further into the season, one of the most intriguing aspects of the Cowboys' strategy revolves around their ability to balance immediate performance with long-term player development. This is particularly evident in the case of George Pickens, whose role on the team continues to evolve. His growth trajectory has become a focal point for the franchise, not just because of his natural ability, but because his development impacts the entire offense. The rhythm that he and Dak Prescott are building is something fans are starting to notice more and more. Each time they take the field, their connection seems to tighten, and it's clear that this chemistry is one of the most critical factors in how the offense operates. Pickens has developed into a player who isn't just about his ability to catch passes. He's also about how he elevates those around him, his understanding of the game, his ability to read defenses, and his trust in his quarterback are all integral to the team's offensive success. What fans may not see on Sunday is the time spent in practice, countless hours of film study, communication, and repetition that have led to this impressive rapport. That commitment to mastering the craft off the field has created a dynamic that helps both players rise to new levels of performance when the pressure is on. For the Cowboys, it's more than just talent. It's about how those individual talents mesh to create something far greater than the sum of its parts. In the face of this positive offensive progression, injury management remains a critical challenge for the team. Jake Ferguson's calf injury has kept the Cowboys on their toes, reminding everyone just how fragile player health can be. While the injury is not severe, its potential to escalate if not handled properly is something the coaching and medical staff take very seriously. Ferguson's absence in practice has prompted the team to lean on other tight ends to step up, and that has meant giving increased responsibilities to Luke Schoonmaker and Revin Spence Ford, both of whom have shown promise. The insertion of Princeton Fant into the mix adds another layer of depth, showing how the Cowboys are always looking for opportunities to expand their roster talent. This injury situation highlights just how much preparation goes into managing a successful season, not just in terms of player performance, but also in the way the team adapts to unexpected hurdles. The coaching staff is tasked with making quick decisions to adjust rotations, test different combinations, and ensure that every player, regardless of their role, is ready to step in and contribute when called upon. In a way, these types of challenges test the team's resilience. And the Cowboys have built a culture that thrives on overcoming adversity and adjusting to the ever-changing landscape of the NFL season. On the defensive side, the competition between Kenneth Murray and Logan Wilson continues to be one of the most debated topics for Cowboys fans. Each player brings something unique to the table. Murray's natural athleticism and physicality give him an edge in certain situations, especially when it comes to pressuring the quarterback or covering speedy receivers. However, Wilson's ability to read plays, position himself, and react with football intelligence is something that can't be ignored. His anticipation and understanding of offensive schemes often put him in the right place at the right time. As a result, the decision about who will get more playing time isn't an easy one for the coaching staff. It's not just about physical ability. It's about ensuring that the Cowboys' defense is operating at its highest potential and making the right adjustments during crucial moments. The linebackers are often the unsung heroes of a defense, so the choices made here will have long-lasting effects, especially when considering how the Cowboys' defensive schemes evolve throughout the season. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. The NFL world is buzzing with whispers that could shake the NFC to its core. Sources close to team circles suggest that Aaron Donald, the defensive powerhouse who has terrorized quarterbacks for years, is reportedly set to sign with the Dallas Cowboys, while nothing has been officially confirmed. Insiders hint that the deal is more than just a fleeting rumor. Donald could soon be suiting up in silver and blue, bringing an unprecedented level of dominance to the Cowboys' defensive line. Fans and analysts alike are already speculating about what this would mean for the NFC landscape. Donald, known for his explosive power and relentless pursuit of the quarterback, has long been considered the gold standard among defensive tackles. The idea of him roaming the trenches for Dallas has stirred excitement and fear in equal measure. Opposing quarterbacks might have to rethink their game plans entirely. Facing one of the most feared pass rushers in the league on practically every snap, social media has erupted with reactions ranging from stunned disbelief to outright celebration. Cowboys supporters are already dreaming of a defensive front that could rival anything the league has seen in decades. Meanwhile, rivals in the NFC are reportedly scrambling to evaluate how they will adjust to a team that suddenly boasts arguably the most dominant interior linemen in the sport. Analysts have begun revisiting defensive schemes, predicting a season of high-pressure games and offensive adjustments just to survive the onslaught. The potential signing also raises questions about Dallas' strategic vision. Is this a statement move signaling a new era of defensive aggression, or a calculated gamble to tip the scales in a division filled with formidable quarterbacks? Whatever the answer, the mere prospect of Donald in a Cowboys jersey has created a ripple effect throughout the league. Every team in the NFC is reportedly reviewing their rosters and scouting reports, trying to anticipate how to handle what could be the most disruptive force in football. Wow. Official confirmation remains elusive. One thing is clear, the rumor alone has transformed off-season chatter into full-blown speculation. If Aaron Donald does indeed join the Cowboys, the NFC might be entering a season where quarterback nightmares become a weekly reality, and fans across the country will be watching with a mix of awe and trepidation. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.